Alright, welcome to another Pauper Daily. 4 rounds, just like usual, and hopefully we can build on the success of last time. I'm running the same deck with a few minor changes that I'll talk about a little bit later. We will play first. This hand is pretty good. It's going to be a little bit slow, but it's got a lot of value in it, and we're going to keep it. No mulligan. Let's see what happens here. I think we're gonna play Terramorphic, break for a swamp is our default play. That way if we draw Sign in Blood, we can play it on turn 2. It's unlikely we would want to play Terminate that early, but if our opponent is something like Goblins or even Affinity, we might change our mind. Infect, definitely we would be. So if I go Terramorphic and he sets up a turn 1 Blight Bomb or something, we're definitely going to go for the Terminate. Okay, so Terramorphic pass. A little loud there. Goblins. Okay, so we have to decide what we want to do here. Probably gonna crack for a mountain in case we draw a bolt, because those cards are a lot better than Sign in Blood, which is gonna put us lower on life here. And that is not what we needed. So looks like we're gonna take the hit here, and then basically our plan long term is to just put out a steady stream of guys that generate us a card and then trade. And eventually, hopefully, he'll run out of stuff before we do, because that's how Goblins is. Mogwar Marshal, that's fine. The key card in this matchup is Goblin Bushwhacker. We can't do anything about that, and it turns the damage spigot on in a hurry, so we're gonna do the best we can to avoid getting bushwhacked. And there's a lightning bolt. That presents us with a little bit of a tough choice, although not really. We definitely want to get the Rager down so we can trade with the conscripts. This will also force him to pay Echo on the War Marshal. All in all, pretty good value here from Rager. We did not get another land. Hopefully we will draw one next turn. He did not pay Echo, so that means some more goblins are coming. Maybe even a goblin and then a bushwhacker. Sparksmith is one of the few cards that can really get you into some trouble. For those of you that aren't familiar with Sparksmith, it basically kills any creature for the cost of him taking damage equal to his number of goblins. We are not going to let that happen. And we drew a land, so we won't have to. We're definitely going to bolt the Sparksmith. It's just a matter of whether we want to play Crack Rats or Ravenous Rats, and the Crack Rats is better value. So let's go ahead and get rid of that card. Get rid of a card in his hand. And not playing around with the Sparksmith. That is, as I said, one of the few cards that can really take over a game. And yep, there's another Sparksmith, so I think we saved the Terminate. Might be seeing kicked Bushwhacker here. That's bad because it's going to give us Sparksmith haste and probably cost us a blocker. He will take 5, but meh. So it looks like we're taking 6 here and going to trade with the conscripts. As far as Goblin Bushwhackers go, that actually is not bad. We're going to be able to terminate the Sparksmith and play either a creature or reanimate. So we can terminate and then play Ravenous Rats and unearth a Phyrexian Rager. That seems like the best use of our mana and time. The question is, given that we are unearthing the Phyrexian Rager, should we do that first? And I think the answer is yes, because we could draw a lightning bolt, which would let us save the terminate for another time. So we will cast Unearth, targeting Rager. I don't think that really helps us. Rats is cheaper and allows us to play terminate, so bye-bye Sparksmith. Then we'll Rats you for the last card in your hand. Mog Flunkies, that's pretty good value. And then, see, this is what I was talking about. Now we've managed to stabilize, and hopefully we can outdraw him. Goblin Sledder basically makes combat math a bit of a nightmare for us, but we're just gonna do it straight up. We're gonna block everything. If you don't block, he can sack everything to force stuff through, so we'll go ahead and save the one guy. That's fine. So we're gonna play out some more blockers here anyway. Augur of Skulls for sure. And I think I'm gonna hold the mana back to regenerate it, because that will complicate combat math for him.